Hello, my name is Rachel McNicholl. As you can see, I'm outside with the crown of a tree behind me, and you'll hear soon why I wanted this particular kind of backdrop. For Translators Aloud, I'm going to read from The Storyteller by Pierre Jarawan, a German Lebanese writer. Sinead Crowe and I translated it together from German for World Editions, and it came out last year, 2019. Sinead asked me to do this reading on my own because she's doing a separate reading for Translators Aloud, and she said she didn't want to be hogging the limelight. So she's going to be reading separately from Daughters by Lucy Fricke, which has just been published by V&Q Books. At the heart of Pierre's novel is a mystery, a secret that causes the narrator's father to disappear overnight from their home in Germany when Samir is only a boy. Samir suspects that his father has gone back to Lebanon, from where the family fled during the Civil War. The novel ultimately is about the adult Samir's search for his father. He follows a trail of clues that his father left in a diary and in the fabulous stories he told his son at bedtime. So the quest takes Samir to present-day Lebanon, but the backstory is set in the 1970s and 80s, a time of huge political upheaval. There is a saying which Samir quotes in the epilogue that goes like this: "If you think you understand Lebanon, it's because someone has not explained it to you properly." What I'd like to add to that is please read The Storyteller, because then you'll at least begin to understand what is so complex about Lebanon, but also what is so beautiful about the country and its people. One particular image from the novel came to mind when I was thinking about the latest disaster that hit the country, the ammonia explosion in the port of Beirut. The image is of the cedars that give the novel its original title in German, Am Ende bleiben die Zedern. These protected cedars on the plateau of Maser el Shuf are hundreds of years old and can live to over 1,000 years. Samir's father often told him about them, and one of his favorite places to sit was with his back against a cedar tree, looking down at Beirut and the sparkling sea from this high plateau. So terrible things have happened in Lebanon, and terrible things continue to happen. And in fact, they're happening all around the world. But I find, at any rate, that there is some solace to be had in nature. And in Lebanon's case, in the thought that these beautiful cedars, if left alone, will outlive everything and will continue to stand watch over the country and its peoples. Finally, I can assure you that this extract I'm going to read won't spoil the suspense of the novel for you, so please read it for yourself to solve the mystery. The sky is cross-hatched in green. The sunshine filters through the needle canopy of the cedar I'm sitting under. A lizard darts across a stone. The air is full of the trees' resiny smell. Beirut sparkles below, and the mountains to the north disappear in the haze. I'm always deeply moved when I think of Lebanon. Its undying beauty no scars can destroy, its tragedy, its blessing to be a home to so many, though this has also been partly its undoing. And I'm always deeply impressed by how it perseveres, how it resists this undoing and finds a way to rise up with all its modest strength. Up here, you don't see the lines that divide the country. Up here, you don't hear the seething. You don't feel any of the tension in the air down there. This is what Lebanon looked like once. This is the country as father knew it, the country he learned to love. The cedar I'm leaning against is still young and much smaller than the others, but it's old enough to have seen this country change, and it will undoubtedly live through many more changes. Will they be for the better, as my brother believes? I don't know. Perhaps it is essential that we disappear one day so that future generations can write about us. We won't feature in the history books we leave behind, so others will be forced to look for clues, to ask who we were, what we did to each other, and why. But many waves will lap the shore between this and then. Many eons will go by, and in the end, In the end, the cedars will be there, standing close together, looking down on Lebanon. And if the wind comes from the right direction, blowing up from the sea, you will hear them. You'll hear the cedars whispering to each other that I once sat in their shade, that I came this way to find my father. Thank you.